And here we are for round one with Izzet control. Playing against Whisker. I like to play first, definitely. We do not want to get behind, and our draw spells are much better on the play, so we don't have to discard as much. This hand is keepable. So we have some interaction in the early game. We draw one land and we get to divination, and we can't really ask for more. So I'm going to keep, play a tap land, say go. Next, amulet. So here, he played island. Probably a control deck, not that aggressive or something, so I don't mind just like playing amulet and leaving magma spray open. As opposed to leaving nullify open, I don't think he could play anything that I care about. So if he does nothing, I can crack amulet. He plays font of fortunes, and I crack my amulet to find my third land, which is fantastic because that lets me play divination. And since we're on the play, we do not have to discard. We draw a land and Flurry of the Horns, which is basically our creature. So I typically organize my hand like this in convert a mana cost order. He does nothing. Okay, we draw the land. So my thought is, oops, what am I doing? What happened? Turn 4. Oh, I played a land. Okay. I just played a land and said go. I didn't have any plays. He forgot to do something. He forgot to font of fortunes on his end of turn, and is now doing it on his main phase. So he's going to have to discard. And he does discarding Crust, which is pretty bad against me. So he's got 2 mana open. I could play Flurry of the Horns, but he's showing Font and Crust. I guess I'm just playing around negate, really, by not playing anything here. He plays land go. It's a little rough patch for me, so I have to discard. Void's End is pretty bad. Tormenting Voice, discarding land. Here I don't want to discard, so I'll just Lightning Strike him. Alright, he plays with Jeskai Wind Scout, which is really weird to me, because I think he's playing a similar deck as me, some sort of control deck. But I'm more than happy to counter this stupid creature. Ooh, and he does have the negate that I thought. So like, alright, that's fine. Magma Spray, kill your guy. Alright, it's dead. He's tapped out, so I should play Flurry of Horns. Yep. Beat him to 13. So that sequence went just about as good as possible. Okay, so he's playing a blue-red prowess deck. Okay, Void Snare kills half of my card, sure. Play the land. He still has negate mana open and 5 in hand, so I'm resigned to not playing Rise of Eagles this turn, and I don't think he has very many creatures since the first creature he played was really late, and he played this one right after, so my thought is he has 0 creatures in hand. So I'm totally fine casting this Tormenting Voice, discarding a Nullify. Wow, double Treasure Cruise, this is called going off. So I beat down. Since I'm ahead on life, he might want to trade, but he does not. Now I Treasure Cruise. And I don't know why I tapped. Oh. Why did I tap like this? I don't know. But basically, because I have another Treasure Cruise in hand. Oh, this is why I did it. I have another Treasure Cruise in hand, so I don't want to delve for the max delve if it's just going to get countered, and then my next Treasure Cruise would be kind of stifled on how easy it is for me to cast. So I was kind of hedging. I was like, you know what, I don't need to use the rest of this mana this turn, but I did want to leave one open in case I drew a card like Magma Spray, which is exactly what I drew off the cruise after it resolved. So again, can't really be going better. So Lightning Strike targeting my guy. I figure that's fine, and I'll take some damage. And I also figure I don't need a magma spray right now, because if he has a counter, I take 5. And I have plenty of mana and plenty of time, so I can spare some mana efficiency. So this is what the deck starts looking like. You have millions of options, and you got to learn how to sequence here. So I don't remember what I did here, so let's just see. Okay, lead off with magma spray. Does it die, or does it get countered? Alright, it gets cancelled. My dumb magma spray ate out a cancel. Wow. Okay. So I think now I don't know what I do. There's so many options. Divination? Sure. Land? Or just magma spray it again? Yep, alright. So it's just dead. Land? No. If I treasure cruise, yeah, I'd have to discard 1 card. I guess my plan is just to hold open nullify in case he draws another creature. He does not. So now, find a land. I think I lead off with Tormenting Voice because it gets the ball rolling. Don't draw anything relevant, so just discard another land. Tormenting Voice. Okay, I'm fine with just leaving Nullify open. I don't look to be in any problems at all, and I'm up 10 cards on him already. So now I figure he's probably got some counters in hand, but you know what I have? I have mono threats, and he has to counter them. So sure, he gets 1. Alright, this time I'm going to end a turn lightning strike him. See if he likes that. Stymied Hopes, interesting. I'll pay. So he just wanted a scry. That tells me his hand is weak. But I figure he's got counters, let's just run him out of counters. There's the second. Cancel. Actually the third. It's 3 in the graveyard, you can see. So now I figure let's just treasure cruise. We have millions of cards. Draw into a flurry and a cruise. Like he just can't keep up. So now I don't want to discard, but I don't want to like tap out or anything since he shows he's playing Stymied Hopes. See? So I will pay. Just putting him down to low life. Don't really need to draw any cards. Void his end as a blank, so can discard pretty easily. Here, what do we do? Yeah, I'm thinking about this. I have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I think I treasure cruise probably. No? A flurry, okay. Gets countered, sure. Well, guess I'll counter. So that lets me know he's kind of out of counters. So now I should play Rise of Eagles. Yep. Scry Divination to top, I think. He has Magma Spray for one of them. Void Snare for the other. Okay. So he's just got a bunch of bad cards. Divination. Crack Evolving Wilds. Start cruising. Find another Rise of Eagles. And another Flurry of Horns. Okay. So again, I've got him pretty much run out of counters anyway. He's just playing a couple guys that I can easily kill. Dead. I should have nullified it though. That would have been a better play. Now that I have 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 mana, you lead with Rise of Eagles. If it got countered, I'd be able to follow up with a flurry and like put him to 1, and he's pretty dead. So I played around like stymied hopes by not playing it there. I'm gonna say, can he kill these things? Well, he killed one, and he killed the other. Sure. Well, now he's pretty dead. So I lightning strike him. Double flurry. Okay, so he's guaranteed dead with only 1 card in hand. Yep. So that's game 1. We won with 8 cards left in our deck to his 30. Yep. That's how this deck works. So let me think. Sideboarding against this blue-red control deck. Disdainful Stroke is pretty bad. Force Away, pretty bad. Negate, very good, because it counters his counters. And Scouring Sands, you would think it's good, because the only creatures he's shown me is Bloodfire Expert and Jeskai Wind Scout, but I think it's bad. I'd rather just have Magma Spray and Lightning Strike, because it's an instant, and he's not like flooding the board with tokens, he's just trying to play 1 creature at a time, and then like protect it or kill my guys and whatnot, so I like targeted removal better. Cards that I took out, Voyage's End, those are really bad. So I probably just took out like 3 Voyage's End, put in 3 Negate, something like that. Okay, so game 2. On the draw. 0 land, and even if this amulet was a land, still a mulligan. This hand is perfect. Oh, I brought the Coral Barrier. Okay, so I brought in the Coral Barriers too. Oh yeah, because he's blue, obviously. And he has a lot of 1-for-1 removal. And this creates 2 guys, which is good. And it blocks that Bloodfire Expert with the 1/3 or the 1/1. So it just forces him to have a lot of things to deal with it. Not sure what else I took out. So here we go. So I'm going to play tap land. He plays tap land. I'm going to play land go, holding open lightning strike. He plays Wind Scout. That is dead. I get to play Coral Barrier. Turn 4. He plays Void Snare on my token. Void Snare is laughably bad against me, because it's only killing half a card. So here into counter mana, I'm actually valuing Coral Barrier as the more important card. Divination's just kind of whatever. But he lets it resolve. Bloodfire Expert. Okay, that's dead. There's like nothing in the format for 1 mana he could really do to save it. I guess he could play Titan Strength, but guess I never thought to play around it. So yeah, okay. Turn 5. The game looks unbeatable on the mulligan to 6. Sure, bounce one of my guys. Kill one of my guys. Totally fine. I really wanted that 6 land for my Rise. Instead, I'll settle for a Coral Barrier, hold open Negate. And he has a creature. Shoot. So maybe I took out some Nullifies for Negates. So don't draw the 6th land, but I just keep playing all these Coral Barriers so I can get them for 1. Tormenting Voice, 2 cards in hand. He has to discard, and then I counter. I think that's a fine play. Since otherwise these negates are so narrow, they could just miss and do nothing. I drew the land. It comes to play tap, which is annoying. But again, he could have the gate open, so I don't necessarily want to play into negate in the first place. And then same thing with this card. Just counter it. If he has negate, he can counter back, and that at least sets him off the turn and lets me play Rise of Eagles. So he's kind of getting me in this race a little bit, but Fermenting Voice is an odd card to draw as a top deck, but I think at this point I just play the Rise. After browning him for 2, of course. Rise. Wilds, I should have put that on top because that's a perfect card to discard a Tormenting Voice. He attacks and doesn't realize I have 6 power in play. So I'm never blocking. Okay, good. So I discard the Wilds. Wow, draw Treasure Cruise and Magma Spray. Probably like the 2 best cards I could have drawn. Spray his guy. It dies. Cruise. Oop, drew land, played land, divination, and Tormenting Voice. So I can beat him for 6. And then divinate. And there's just 0 chance. So I got him on turn. Got the concession on turn 11, which is moderately fast for my deck, I think. And even a shorter game, I still ended up with 8 more cards in hand to his, 35-43. So, pretty solid opening. That's it for round 1. Stay tuned for round 2.